City of Denver is now announcing they're cutting all hourly employees' hours, meaning to 0 hours to help pay for the migrant crisis. Refuses to call in layoff, but hey man, whatever. I guess all these federal employees are just going to be losing their jobs. Basically get no hours, and if they try to find another job, it's going to be very difficult because it's pretty competitive. If you look at Denver's charts, the amount of available jobs is dropping fast, and they're also trying to get jobs out to migrants as well. So you already have like 50,000 migrants there, and they're competing with the locals who got laid off for just a few scraps of jobs left. This is the current state of Denver. This is causing a lot of people to leave. Many people are also wondering why in the world did Denver, such a small city of 700,000 people, decide to do the migrant crisis when you got places like Chicago doing it, and they're literally crumbling to dust. And Chicago has tripled the population with way more money. Check this out, guys. Healthcare centers in Denver are being overwhelmed by new patients, forcing different facilities and hospitals to make very tough decisions. It's no longer just emergency room visits, urgent cares, doctor offices, all say they cannot keep up with the demand anymore. This is also a situation where many of the unpaid medical costs are stacking up. You're also seeing a lot of tough choices like cutting salary increases. Doctors basically getting less income, nurses getting less income, but more hours being worked. They're also turning away patients in the mental health units and the substance abuse unit away, and even closing some of those beds because there's so many people. Now, Denver health is very, very good in the United States. They treat everyone no matter what, even if you don't have money to pay. And obviously, migrants don't have money to pay. They just arrived here over hundreds of miles away. Many of them need medical attention. So you have 8,000 migrants making 20,000 emergency room visits. And of course, you already have a lot of people, giving birth to children. You have surgeries, for example, and a lot of other things. And these costs are adding up. Denver just simply cannot keep up with the demand. And they're basically going broke right now. It's not slowing down anytime soon. You also have Arctic winds bringing in sub-zero temps through the weekend. The emergency care unit at Denver is busier than ever before. And everyone is saying one thing. Why did Denver take in this many people? I think if Denver took in 1,000 people, it would have been fine. But they take in almost 40,000 and heading towards 50,000 very soon. That is not cool. This is when a lot of residents are getting very, very furious. People pay millions of dollars to live in Denver. People pay those crazy taxes to live here. This is one of the finest post-pandemic boom towns. Now it's one of the worst towns in America. It has the highest migrant per capita of any American city. Look at this, guys. Migrant crisis is plunging Denver's main public hospital deep into the red after patients receive $130 million of treatments they're unable to pay for. It is at a critical stage. Like I said, it's not just going to be the money now. Doctors, nurses, medical employees are all overworked. They don't have enough money when you suddenly have 40 to 50,000 people shoved into Denver, which is already a pretty crowded place, especially if you look at downtown. And the migrant pressures are affecting budgets of several cities, from New York City to Chicago, and S&P Global Ratings are saying that many of these cities are adjusting their budgets to accommodate rising expenditures. Like I said, without state or federal government support, these cities are just pretty much lone wolves right now. And can they survive this migrant crisis? I don't think so. Denver is so down bad, they're laying off a bunch of shelters, guys. And property owners are being asked to rent out to migrants because they just closed 4 to 5 shelters just to save $60 million just to keep those city away from chaos. Like, this city is going to anarchy at this point. You need just a tiny bit of money to keep things, the basic necessities, running. Denver is running itself to the ground. They have almost just as many migrants as Chicago, who is already buckling. Denver, if they keep this up, they're going broke fast. And I guess maybe Denver property owners may have to pick up the slack for them. So far, although a lot of other cities around Denver, they're not down. Lakewood said no. Aurora said no. And Denver is in a very, very sticky situation right now. In fact, in my personal opinion, Denver is collapsing very fast. No jobs, medical care is going down the drain, and of course, hey, I guess the property owners are going to be next in line.